My name is Alex Warnicki, and I'm the Deputy Director of the Climate Science Alliance. And to close day one, I'm really excited to introduce to you Amanda Lineberger. Amanda is a native Tuscanan from Tucson, who joined the Center for Climate Adaptation Science and Solutions as the Adaptation Program Manager in January of 2018. Amanda co-led the organization of the inaugural Southwest Adaptation Forum and is currently leading the development of the Southwest Practitioners Adaptation Network, which is a network of networks for adaptation and assessment practitioners in the Southwest region. Now, we've talked a lot today, so much about the power of collaboration and multiple voices coming together to really do this important work, which is the heart of what she'll be talking to you guys about today, to really wrap it all up and introduce our climate showcase. So with that, take it away, Amanda.
Okay, great. Thank you, Alex. And I am really excited to be here with you all today at Virtual SWAF 2021 and to be kicking off the climate showcase. I put some links in the chat and I hope you're able to see them. And if not, if someone can assist me, and if anyone asks for one of those links that I'll be referencing again, you can copy and paste. But my name is Amanda Lineberger. I am the Adaptation Program Manager for the Center for Climate Adaptation, Science and Solutions in the Arizona Institutes for Resilience at the University of Arizona in Tucson. And I also lead the Southwest Practitioners Adaptation Network, or SPAN. And I want to take this moment to thank those organizations that have really supported the network thus far, including the Southwest Climate Adaptation Science Center and the American Society of Adaptation Professionals. So I know you've all had a long day, and I know you want to get to the climate showcase and also see the exciting tools that we have been working hard to develop for you. But I want to start briefly with giving you some context and background information about how SPAN came to be. There we go. So I mentioned I work at the Center for Climate Adaptation, Science and Solutions, or CCAS, as we call it. And it's important to start here because this is the home base for SPAN, and also CCAS is a Southwest network in and of itself. We are really focused on building the adaptation community at the University of Arizona. And we do this through our 7 theme areas, as well as through our affiliated faculty. So we have about 65 affiliated faculty and researchers, as well as a 17-member advisory team. And we also work to amplify the work that's being done at the university off campus. So throughout our community, our state, our region, and even nationally and internationally. And if you want to learn more about the work that CCAS is doing and our other projects, you can visit ccas.arizona.edu, and that was link number 1 that I put in the chat. So I want to take you back 3 years. I can't believe it's already been 3 years since the inaugural Southwest Adaptation Forum, which was co-convened by CCAS and the Southwest Climate Adaptation Science Center, or the Southwest CAS, at the University of Arizona in Tucson. And the organizing team identified 6 emergent themes. And it's important for me to touch on these because this really helped create and develop our initial phase of the Southwest Practitioners Adaptation Network. And this is what we've been thinking about while developing and building our network. So those themes were integration, coordination, leveraging, knowledge sharing, community engagement, and tribal adaptation and resilience. And if you're really, really curious and interested in the origin stories of SWAF and of SPAN, you can check out the Southwest Adaptation Forum Summary Report that is linked on the CCAS website, as well as I believe on the Southwest Climate Adaptation Science Center's website. So I know this is a lot of text for a slide, but I just wanted to highlight that a lot of ideas came out of the inaugural SWAF. But I've picked out just a snippet of those. What we really heard from participants, from the adaptation community at the time, was that people really wanted to widen our network, especially with more diverse voices and going outside of traditional boundaries. They wanted to elevate the Southwest as a leader and innovator in the adaptation space. They felt like there was a lot of work going on, but a lot of people were working sort of in parallel. There were a lot of disparate groups that should be coming together, and they wanted a space for those groups to come together to share learning and exchange information about lessons learned, about what was working and what wasn't working. And we really heard this call that there was a need to better meet, practitioner wants and needs through ongoing communication, and for someone to act as a convener of these knowledge teams. So that we use that momentum and all of those ideas to create SPAN, the Southwest Practitioners Adaptation Network. And we did this through a cooperative agreement between CCAS and the Southwest CASC and USGS. And the vision is a network of networks that builds capacity to develop actionable and equitable adaptation solutions, and that spans the boundary between climate adaptation and assessment practitioners through facilitated conversations and strengthened partnerships in the US Southwest. And so you might be wondering who's included in the US Southwest. So we really like this map that I believe came out of the 3rd National Climate Assessment. And I have put the link there, and a couple of our colleagues were really instrumental in creating this map, I found out. We've also linked it on the SPAN website, which is the second link that I put in the chat. But we really, in our scope of the Southwest, we include the entire state of California, as well as Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico, as well as all of the native nations and tribal lands within this region. So I want to tell you that since that inaugural SWAF, we have been hard at work to build and develop the SPAN, the Southwest Practitioners Adaptation Network. And so we first created an advisory team of about 10 members from across the Southwest, as well as one liaison from the American Society of Adaptation Professionals, or ASAP. We had a vision to host numerous in-person member events and gatherings throughout 2020 and into early 2021. And of course, we held our first event in Las Vegas in February of 2020, and that was focused on heat impacts and public health. And of course, the world changed shortly thereafter. And so did how we were thinking about SPAN and network building and how we could really support the adaptation community in the Southwest during a global pandemic. So we started working on building this virtual environment for networking and for supporting practitioners and researchers. And so we created the SPAN website, which is at southwestadaptation.org. And I will take you on a quick tour in a moment. And then we also created this member portal and network visualization tool so that once you sign up to be a member of SPAN, you'll log in and you have access to the member portal side of the site, as well as this network map. And looking forward to the future after SWAF, we're going to be really focusing on recruiting members to join SPAN to build and expand the network. We'll be hosting some member networking events and hopefully some working group meetings in the future, but keep an eye out for things going on this summer, as well as we'll be working to add additional functionality to the portal and the network map. So I want to say at its core, and this is what I've heard so far a little bit today, but SPAN is about building relationships and about creating that space to have conversations and to share knowledge and lessons learned and resources and ideas in this kind of neutral third-party space where we act more as a convener and a facilitator, and to help you make connections and strengthen your existing relationships. So I want to take you now, and I'm hoping this doesn't, I've preloaded all this, but I'm hoping this doesn't crash anything. I want to take you on a quick tour of the SPAN website. So this is for members and non-members alike. This is our public-facing site where you'll find information about SPAN, including our advisory team and staff members, as well as the origin story and how we came to be. Under membership, you'll find who can become a member, what you get from being a member, and also a button to sign up to fill out that registration form I was talking about. There's also this resources section that right now it's a curated list of recent publications, reports, and tools created or recommended by SPAN members. And so this will, of course, grow and evolve over time. And we're trying to think through ways to make this really useful. And so when you're looking for a resource, that it's a place that you can come, and hopefully that's easy to find. And so we'll be thinking through this a bit more. And you can also look at upcoming events hosted by us and by our partners like SWAF 2021. And we've also created an archive of our past events. So you can look at like the SPAN Las Vegas event, for example, and find like the agenda as well as any summary reports that came out of those meetings. And then this is where you'll also find the button for the membership portal. So if you click this button, it'll take you to a page where you can either register and fill out the brief sign-up form, or if you've already signed up to become a member of SPAN, you can log in. And once you log in, you're taken to this member portal homepage. And I want to let you know that we are really actively creating this space. I mean, it is live, it is launched, but it still has, some work to do for as the network grows. Additional functionality can be added in, and everything just is improved by more people using this tool. So we're actively making it a useful and valuable experience for and with members of SPAN. So we are really open to your feedback and comments and suggestions. And the more that you use this site, the better it will get. And so once you sign up, and we are moderating those requests, you'll get approved, and then you can log in. And we hope once you log in, you can follow this roadmap to getting started. So you can complete your profile, and please upload a photo. You can browse other members, find your friends and colleagues, explore the network map, and you'll also see information for future members-only SPAN events. So we highly encourage you to sign up and start exploring this portal, because there is a lot of information here. But you can, just on the homepage, you can start to browse network members by geography. You can also look at the live network visualization tool, which I'll talk more about in a moment, but this is updated in real time as people answer questions. You'll see a link to view some of our members-only events when they will be coming up. And then also we have just some information about making this a really respectful community and space for people, and that your data are safe, that we're not going to sell this information to any third parties. So on the top menu, you can also, I want to say there is a search bar here. You can search by name and locations or expertise to find people in the network. But the main menu has some great features, including a members directory, an option to browse members, and then a section on your connections or relationships. And then there's also this section on maps. So you can view the geographical map and the network map. And then you can also go back to the SPAN website homepage. So if you click that first members directory, you can see all of the members who have joined SPAN so far, and you can answer questions about them. So if Amber and if she's a current collaborator or a past collaborator, you can answer that question. And we're working on having these change colors right now. The icons change if you've answered this question. But a really easy way right now to see if you've already answered these questions about people is to head to your relationships under that members bar. So you can see who you've marked as current collaborators, past collaborators, and then you can see those members in the network that you have not connected with yet. And as I said, this gets better as you log in and answer those questions. So make sure you can log in and just click if you know people, if they're a past or current collaborator or both. And then a great way to do that is through this function of browse members. This is like a dating app. This is probably my favorite feature of the tool, but it randomly generates people in the network, and you can log in even for 5 minutes, answer some of these questions, and that's what will populate the network visualization tool component. So this is also built on the additional profile questions that you answer in your profile. So once you log in, if you hover over howdy and your name, you can edit your profile and answer some additional questions, including what networks and professional societies you're part of. And then that will generate that information onto the network visualization tool. Right now, all of the layers are turned on. In the future, you'll be able to sort this by different layers, so you can just see the networks layer and look at what networks are connected to SPAN. And you can look at it by individuals, and eventually we're hoping you can also sort by theme areas. And if you click on one of the individuals in the network, You could also see their expertise areas, which this is a question in your member profile, as well as skills they can contribute. You can get their profile link. And there's also the option to private message SPAN members, and that will show up in your private message inbox, hopefully saving you a headache of getting more emails. But we're really hoping this is a space where you're open to receiving communication from people that might be looking for you or for your knowledge and expertise. And I just want to lastly highlight that there's also a geographical map that we're working on. But you can see some of these nodes that we're calling them knowledge nodes, where there's some high adaptation activity or practitioners working in an area that you can zoom in and see who those people are and where they work and what their affiliation is. So I know that was a lot of information in a short amount of time. I want to wrap up by saying that we are really excited about the possibilities of SPAN and these new tools that we've created for the Southwest Adaptation community. If you want to know more, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at any time. And I've put my email address there on the screen, and we really are open to any and all feedback. Mainly what I want you to take away is that please sign up as a member of SPAN. Everyone here who's at SWAF 2021, we hope you will join SPAN and start to explore the portal and connect with people and by answering those questions about your colleagues and your peers, and enjoy the climate showcase. Please check out SPAN's virtual booth in the showcase, where I've put a lot of these links and more information. And I'm really looking forward to continuing this conversation and talking more with all of you over the next couple of days of SWAF. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Amanda, for sharing this with the network. And we're really excited to see this tool come to fruition. As Amanda said, you guys can check that out in the Climate Showcase, which is on the interface, swaf2021.org. And with that, I think we'll close it up. Thank you guys so much for being here today. It's been an incredible day. We really hope you'll join us tomorrow for day 2, where we're going to be exploring a more interactive hands-on workshop of how do we connect and make these meaningful and amazing collaborations with Indigenous communities in the right way. So with that, I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you.